Good morning, this is Gauthier presenting my project 3 of CS50's Web Programming with Python and Javascript, which is a web application for handling a pizza restaurant's online orders built with Django. My web application supports all of the available menu items of Pinocchio's Pizza and Subs, which is a popular pizza place in Cambridge. To launch the application, you simply enter this command in your terminal and the server will be active from a Docker container. If a user accesses the website without having signed in previously, he is redirected to the login page. You can create an account by clicking here. The website detects if you input invalid characters for your name, if your email address seems to be invalid, and if you're trying to register with a username that already exists. The user also gets errors if he tries to sign in with invalid credentials. Once registered and signed in, the user arrives on the menu page where he can select any item he wants to add to his cart in the quantity that he wants. For example, you can select which toppings you want on your pizza, or select subs and add extras to them, etc. Here on the top right corner are buttons that enable access to the cart page or login out. For the purpose of this screencast, I'm going to log in with a super user account that I created from the Django shell for restaurant owners. Once logged in with such an account, another button is displayed that allows site administrators to see the list of all the orders that have already been placed. For the moment, there is none. Also, a super user account lets the restaurant owners access the admin page, so they can update the menu if they want to add any change. For example, they can decide that this dino platter will not be available in large size only. Or they can make an onions extra not possible to add to a veggie sub. Of course, you can add new items, but elements of the same class, such as 2 subs extras or 2 salads, can't be named the same. Let's create a new category of pizza. So let's call it Chicago pizza. You can really create what you want. For example, a new topping, so we'll name it beef steak. And on the menu page, pizzas for which we allowed any topping to be selected now include a beef steak choice. The Chicago pizza category won't show up because it contains no pizza so far, but of course the site administrators can create that. So let's do it and call it special, making both sizes selectable with Chicago crust. It will contain a base of cheese plus 3 toppings, let's say tomato and basil, beef steak, and the client can pick the topping of his choice as the third one. And finally, the price. I said earlier in this video that 2 elements of the same class can't have an identical name, so the exception that allowed naming that pizza special is because its crust category is different from already existing pizzas named special. However, it doesn't make sense to name it so because it has toppings different from other pizzas named special, so let's call it royal instead. The newly created pizza is now displayed in the menu. After you added elements to your cart, you can see them on your cart page before you check out. The way I built that is that every user has an attribute that consists in a dictionary containing the appropriate cart items. But because the user class that comes with Django is not supposed to be edited, I created a profile class that points to the user object as a one-to-one field. Also, Django doesn't support having a dictionary as an attribute, at least not while using SQLite as a database. So instead I allowed JSON objects to be turned into strings and stored them as is. When needed, they are loaded by the terminal as JSON objects. But what happens if elements of your cart have already been deleted or modified in the menu? I mean, for example, if I delete the tomato and basil topping, the royal pizza is also deleted because it had the same topping as a foreign key attribute. Well, I don't want you to place an item while you may not know that its price or any other attribute was changed since the moment you added it to your cart. So the appropriate items are automatically removed from your cart and you get this message. You are informed about it once, then that message is not displayed anymore unless it happens again. Now let's check out. If you have a change of mind, you can go back. The order won't be placed until you made a successful payment, so your cart remained unchanged. But let's check out for real. The payment process relies on the Stripe API. It handles errors such as typing a wrong code or an invalid expiry date. Right now, I've activated the test mode so I can simulate a payment with a dummy debit card, but earlier I tested the live mode with my real debit card credentials and the expected amount of money was successfully sent to my Stripe account, so it is fully working. Once the user allows the payment with valid card credentials, he lands on the main page with this success message. The order is now displayed on the order page. Oh, sorry, I'm noticing that I gave a wrong name to that diner platter. I fixed that quickly. Yeah. If a user has added or removed items from his cart while he had already started the payment process on a different tab, he will be asked to start it over so that there is no ambiguity about what he is buying. Thank you for watching.